show will be live in now. In exactly now.
Yeah. So welcome back. We have this is 11 Chokes podcast. We have Mr. Hollywood here. I would wear my sunglasses because it's too bright to see him right now. But
Watch your fucking mouth. I'm gonna kill you and all your friends. I am not Hollywood. I'm the opposite of Hollywood. But the reason you're calling me Hollywood is one of the reasons that today's episode was pushed back is that we were doing recording stuff for the UFC Countdown show. So, of course, Jess fighting for the belt gets that extra bit of media attention. So there's always interviews that come with this kind of territory for her. But that Countdown show is something that's usually reserved for co-mains and mains of main cards, of like big UFC cards, right?
right.
And yeah, so the folks were around, and honestly, I expected it to be a lot more intrusive and annoying than it was. The only things that were truly staged were our sit-down interviews, which should be staged. You know what I mean? And by staged, I mean like you are stationary here. We're making sure that we get this exact shot. The rest of the things are pretty much being captured as they happen, right? So like they weren't like, well, you guys are doing your workout, but what if she breathes heavier? You know, like it wasn't like just pretend to be more tired. Like there was no direction like that. It's not like a reality show. It's like if a reality show had honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So it's really a documentation of what's happening and not so much a reality show. So that was refreshing. But we're not quite done with it. I'm not going to give you the spoiler alert, but we're going to do one more piece of recording tonight, and then we'll be done. So it's been 2 days of spending time with these folk. But like I said, like it's a pretty pleasant experience considering that they were in like our house and shit, and we had to like hide everything that we like to have around the house. It was still pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I think I did an all right job, honestly. Like I think at first I was like giving very, very standardized answers. And then I just decided to break kayfabe and just like be myself, like talk like myself, but it's the same model as the pro wrestling model, right? So the camera is on, yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't become someone else. You just turn up the weirdest and smartest parts of yourself up like 2 more notches, right?
Yeah.
So I was just trying to make sure that I said things that were worth seeing on television. That was literally like, at first I was just answering the questions like they were being asked to me. And then I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting like a fucking mark right now? Like she gave you an opportunity to be on television in front of the goddamn world, and you're just gonna sit there and be like, "Hi, I'm Darren. I try hard. I like her. She's my friend." You better fucking say something worth saying.
Yeah.
And so I just started to have fun, and they reacted well. They laughed. They reacted well.
That's good.
And by they, I mean like the producer type people.
Good. That's always good. Also, you're just in the baby parts of it. You haven't gotten to the real issue, the real intrusive stuff yet. You're just.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're just dealing with that. During actual fight week, you will have a camera on you about most of the time, I imagine.
I doubt it, but you might be right.
Because you're co-main.
I doubt it.
You're
Like,
co-main.
I'm not a major focus here. You got to remember that. Like, I'm a major focus for me and you.
Right.
But
like,
nobody gives a fuck about me, nor should they yet.
Right. But you will be in the.
And even when they should, they still shouldn't. It's like, how much do you see? Like, if you were an MMA fan, right? Not you guys, you fucking jujitsu marks who do nothing but study John Donner, right? Like, the average UFC fan doesn't know who the fuck that is.
Right.
And that's just fine. That doesn't hurt his money. That doesn't hurt his ability to reach more people with his stuff, right? But the average fan doesn't know who that is because they're not fucking supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I want to be in it's funny that we're using this term since we're working with Gray Maynard, but I want to be in a more gray area. Like 10 years from now, I'd rather be like a Rob Dyrdek in the jiu-jitsu MMA culture than just like your standardized like coach. Like I want to be influencing and creating and making content and having lifestyle brands. Like I want to be doing a lot of different shit. And yeah, I think this was one of those first times that I had an opportunity to kind of put myself in that conversation in a very small way. And I think I did all right with it. I started out like everyone else though, like fucking shy, fucking scared. Like, what if I say the wrong fucking thing? Like, what if I don't come across the way I want to come across? And then I was like, you got to stop thinking like that. You just got to start shooting, dog. You just got to start shooting.
Right. No, all I was
And it worked out.
was that you're just gonna be you see cameras a lot more than what you normally will see. Like you'll be in shots more. I'm not saying that you will be the center of the attention, but you will definitely be in the shot more.
No, yeah.
And be.
I will definitely give you that.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
But like I said, besides not being actually beautiful, I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, you'll do fine. You'll do fine.
And when I say not actually beautiful, I'm working, right?
He's like,
Like,
I'm just trying to knock some people down a bit. I'm like letting him know.
That's not a shoot.
He's like, I'm really with
That's
you
not
guys. I'm really with you guys, but I'm not. I'm just, don't worry. When my big break happens, I'm gonna be famous. I won't be able to see you anymore. I won't be able to see you.
That's exactly how I am.
So
blow up back account. Not nobody.
He said, I may be 5'5", but I'll be looking down on everybody soon. Everyone.
Hey, 5'6", don't rob you of my inch, especially on the internet. On the internet, I'm 5'8" on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like every dude has a 9-inch dick, but they're really about 5.5, 6. On the internet, they're 9 though, right? It's like on the internet, I'm 5'8". Respect that,
I'm 6 feet tall then. I'm 6 feet
tall as fuck on the internet.
I'm fucking giant. I'm a 6 foot tall midget.
But I'm my true length, which I will not reveal.
There you go.
But height. Actually, I don't even know it. Isn't that weird?
No, that's.
I decided I'm never gonna measure it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You just compare it to objects. It's like it's a water bottle, or it's like. It's like, hey,
it's a water bottle.
It's a water bottle.
Just compare it to objects. It's like a Coke can inside a water bottle inside a turkey.
Exactly. He's a water ducking.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that was what I was kind of being influenced by, that idea of what is it, like a turducken?
Turducken, yeah.
Take a chicken.
Yeah.
And you stuff that inside a duck. And then you stuff that chicken that's inside the duck inside of a turkey.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how you slice that. I don't know how you carve that. I guess you just start with the turkey and you would have turkey that had this slightly fattier or weirder flavor. And then once you got to the carcass of the turkey, you would remove that carcass, and then now you would have a chicken to do the same, or a duck to do the same thing to. But I could be totally off.
I mean, it gets bigger than that for some people. They get a turbacon.
Put the turkey inside of.
Turbacon. What they do is they do a quail inside a Cornish hen, instead of a chicken, instead of a duck, instead of a turkey, instead of a pig. This all covered in bacon. Bacon.
Chill.
Bacon. It's like everything is in bacon. Bacon.
But like everyone thinks that bacon is the solution for everything. Have you noticed that? It's like, I don't know if we like the way this tastes. Wrap it in bacon. And then like if you're fancy, you don't wrap it in bacon. You just wrap it in prosciutto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for like food, for like giving things fat and grease. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's something very important that I'm missing.
Oh, that.
I want to know exactly where it is before I get up. But I don't really have to get up. I can bring you and our audience with me.
Oh, amazing.
I'm searching for a tray for the ash.
Did you know?
But
Did you know that Sean O'Malley, Nika Montoya, Marvin Vittori, and Augusto Mendez have all failed for the same drug, like when they were all out.
Marijuana.
They all tested positive for Austrian.
Oh wait, what did they pop for?
Well, that's what, like, remember when Sean O'Malley popped like a couple months back, and he was like, "Hey guys."
I vaguely remember Sean O'Malley popping for a substance and then coming right out and saying it on Ariel's show.
Yeah.
But I'm not against that kid. But I'm not like his biggest fan. Like, I don't know that much about him.
Right.
So that's what I mean by I'm not his biggest fan. I mean in a very literal way. Not like I'm not his biggest fan. It's not like it's not shade. It's like I'm I don't know what's happening with Sean O'Malley.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
where does he live?
Where does he live? That's a good question. I think he lives in L.A. I want to say he does. But
What'd you say, Alex?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, sorry.
allegedly
Yeah,
Arizona.
Yeah, that's probably right. Arizona makes the most sense. I do recall
He
that.
trains at the lab. I'm getting this info from the kitchen. I'm getting top secret info from the kitchen, Anthony. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
I believe he is correct. He is. So I'm looking him up. Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, Arizona.
Okay, and he trains at the lab.
Let me see.
Where else would you train if you lived in Arizona? Isn't there still Arizona Combat Sports?
Let me check. I don't know. Arizona.
Ooh, what are you shaking up? Are those the BCAs?
Combat Sports. Yes. Yes. Still exist.
Boom.
But yeah, and Nico.
Okay, so
They all popped for it's basically a drug that helps you build on lean
and
muscle.
Tanquinho too. So wait, slow down. I want you to tell me that again. But Augusto Mendez, and Tanquinho, same human being, right?
Yes, I believe
He's
so.
the dude that used to give it to McKenzie, yeah?
Yeah. I gotta find that article.
He's pretty good at jiu-jitsu, like, and then I don't mean like pretty good. I mean like he's very, very good at jiu-jitsu. What's his MMA jiu-jitsu like?
I don't know. I'm not big. I don't remember much about that guy in terms of his jiu-jitsu for MMA.
Is he in the UFC?
Yes, he is. He popped for all the same.
But then it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because nobody who's competed at the top of jiu-jitsu compete in MMA and then like if you compete at the top level of jiu-jitsu and then you get to the UFC, then your jiu-jitsu applies to some degree, or you're able to use striking and fall back on your jiu-jitsu, you know, or you evolve into what I would call more of a real fighter. Like Jacare is a much more threatening fighter than he once was, you know?
Yeah.
Because before it was jiu-jitsu and athleticism, and now he really might fucking hurt you. Like you might get stopped with strikes.
Yeah.
And until a jiu-jitsu guy can really do that, I don't think it's the best thing to have as your main skill set. It's a finisher. It's not like the reason why wrestling is so good is because wrestling goes from the feet into the control, right?
Yeah.
So the feet that's where the most chaos exists. And then if you're able to like close the distance and stop some of that chaos, then bring the fight to the ground and then actually keep it there on your own will, right? Then that's a powerful martial art that dictates fights. Jiu-jitsu guys, for the most part, don't fucking take anyone down. Yeah. That's one. People just kind of fall down to the ground in a compliance mode. It's like you just hit compliance mode on the board game and everyone just goes, oh, we'll just fall down.
Yeah.
And so like they lack certain skills. They're good in transitions and they're good at action.
Yeah. A la Damian
but they're
Maia.
not good at controlling people. They're not good at that.
Yeah.
And so they could even, if they happen to bring the fight to the ground, jiu-jitsu guys, I'll fucker stand right back up on jiu-jitsu guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's no big deal.
It's the position. You get to the position.
The position.
Position.
But you must use the position before the submission, my friend.
What about holding the guy down? Just hold him down.
You must use a position.
Yeah. And a clear example of what you're talking about, Damian Maia versus Tyron Woodley. It's like, great, you can take people down. Oh, great, you can do jiu-jitsu, but guess what you can't do? You can't stop this dude from not getting taken down and hitting you in the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, how hard can you hit him in his face?
Yeah. Not that hard.
Like, your striking is better than it ever has been, Mr. Maia. But your striking isn't, it's not a true weapon. It's a thing that leads you to your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's beautiful that he's been able to be successful. But I don't think that's the best model for success. It's not like I need to be dangerous in every beat. I need to have something that I believe. It sounds so funny when I say I believe now.
I believe.
Because it seems like maybe I'm doing a gimmick and I'm really not. I'm just talking like a regular person.
Buy the merch. Buy the merch. I believe.
Buy the merch though. But yeah, like, I don't think that that's the right way to go in. Like, I think that's a misbalanced set of skills.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to be dangerous on the feet. If you can't hurt the person on the feet, it's then the chances of you being able to get to them, if they're as good or better than you, are very slim, because they're going to have more attention placed on you getting to them.
Yeah.
You know? You just make your life hard. And who wants life to be hard, Anthony?
Nobody.
Not really anybody, right?
Nope.
I didn't mean for this to happen. Do you see the size of this motherfucker right here?
Oh my goodness, you're becoming what's it called?
That shit is thick as my finger and twice as long.
Indulgent. Indulgent.
No, I can always put it out.
He's indulging himself.
And pick it up later.
See, I told you to Hollywood. And the Darren I know would have little joints half the size of that. But see, now in Vegas with the bright light.
Stop. No. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I know I'm leaving town, and I'll be gone for enough days where it'll just turn into dust.
Gotcha.
You know, so
yeah.
I'm gonna finish what I have, and then hopefully, if I'm able to earn while I'm home, replenish.
Yeah.
Or refresh.
Refresh. The update, if you will.
I do that all the time. Do you know what refresh is when I do it like that? Refresh. What that's a reference to?
Commercial?
No, it's some like female hygiene product. And there's like a cute black lady in the commercial, and she goes, refresh.
Gotcha.
It's just the long that she holds the shush made me remember that commercial for my entire life. And I'm sure that was the purpose of it.
Yeah.
You know? Like advertising agencies do those little tricks to get you to remember their gimmicks.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what allegedly the greatest ad slogan of all time is? What a lot of people think the best one of all time is?
Yeah.
It was for Camel cigarettes.
What do they do?
The slogan is, I'd walk a mile for a camel. Now, why is that the best slogan of all time?
I don't know.
Say it fast.
I walk a mile for a camel. I walk a mile for a camel.
It's because you say camel twice by saying the sentence. I'd walk a mile. I'd walk a mile. You see? I'd walk a mile. I'd walk a mile is saying I'd walk a mile. You're saying camel in that first little phrase. I'd walk a mile is like saying camel. It's like the same syllables and like the same fucking structure. Like, I'd walk a mile for a camel. They're like, we get you to say our product name twice in the sentence. We're gonna fucking hook you. That plus the fucking cartoon.
Yeah. Dude, leather jacket, sunglasses on, cigarette at a lip. Like I always said, coolest guy ever. Coolest people ever.
Well, it's so funny, but like while I was still a child, like I think I was just about to be a grown-up. Like I was becoming one.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they banned Joe Camel.
What? Yeah. They banned
that.
All cigarette commercials.
But you're targeting our children.
All cigarette
You can't target the children.
Gone. No more cigarette commercials after that. And then slowly.
There used to be billboards like all over my neighborhood for Newport and Salem. And Cool. Those are the black brands. Mm-hmm. You know? Like all menthol brands. You know what's the wildest shit?
What?
Like, and I think only people that buy cigarettes every day know this. Becoming not one of them. Fucking Newport came out with cigarettes that are not menthol.
Yeah.
And it's like the strangest thing in the world to me. Like, a Newport is a menthol cigarette. A Newport, you shouldn't have to ask for like menthol Newports.
Right.
Like, let me get the menthol Newports. No one's ever said that in their life. Let me get a pack of Newport 100s. That's how you order Newports. That's how you're supposed to. You're supposed to always order the 100s. That's fire.
Left their camera on the couch.
What?
When they were doing yours.
Casey just showed me some screenshots of me during the interviews, and send me a couple of those. I
actually took a clip of your interview with us.
So sick. Send me that shit too. Through Instagram though, because I don't get text messages.
Until tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow, I'll text you. Tomorrow.
He's upgrading.
If you've been sending me messages, I'm getting like your name, but I'm not getting whatever the fuck is in there. And I just figure as soon as I get a phone, I will reach out to you. So there's probably people that are super mad at me right now. Just know that I love you.
Oh no, Darren. He's upgrading, guys. He's becoming higher up.
I'm beautiful. Keep those pictures.
Higher up. He's getting
Yeah, dude.
Apple. It's Apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna become an Apple guy, and I'm hoping that having an iPhone means that the content will improve.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
a better microphone, perhaps, a better camera, perhaps, especially a better front-facing camera. I feel like my front-facing camera is kind of garbage. Also, like, I know the amount of storage I have on this phone is absolute fucking garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so I want to be able to create more, and this phone will give me an opportunity to do that. Now, the question is, like it always is, will I do the work?
That is up to you. It's up to you.
It is up to me.
Yeah.
It's indeed up to me.
It is up to you.
I believe that I will do that work. Is this a new one? I'm confident that I will use that new phone. I will try to maximize it. And y'all motherfuckers, you don't even know. I might come out with 3-4 podcasts, motherfucker. You don't know what I'm gonna do. Plus,
talking to everybody.
when I come to Cleveland, what equipment am I coming back to Las Vegas with? Do we know this already?
Yes, you have microphone. I think at least 2 microphones, a mixer, a USB sound card, some abilities for you to add in your own mixes in. So if you want to add in,
Am I using the old mixer or the tiny mixer?
tiny mixer.
Okay,
Yeah, tiny mixer.
that's fire as fuck. Yeah, and then we'll just go. So I'll bring a laptop home with me, and then I'll get formally trained on how to use everything.
Yeah.
And we should document that too.
Yes. That'll be recorded.
I think I'm playing games.
For future purposes. All right. Oh, the other thing I want to talk to you about that little thing is that Nico Montoya was one of the people who also failed that drug test too.
Oh right, that's the bitch that won the belt and then never fought.
Disappeared. She said, "I'm out."
See, that's how I forgot her name because she's not fucking relevant.
Yes.
Right? I already told these motherfuckers this afternoon. Like, I've got a secret. I got a secret. And it shouldn't be a secret. Because all you motherfuckers have eyes. Yet, when I look at the betting line, I see that I still have a secret. And even though that doesn't make any fucking sense to me, I'll keep my secret.
Yeah.
I'll keep my secret.
Yeah.
And then in June, you niggas can be surprised. In June, you guys can be like, wow, I saw. You guys can be like, wow, I can't believe she did it. And I'll be like, I'll be the one holding his dick looking you in the eye. That'll be me. And I don't mean like out like a porn star. I mean like a rapper, you know, like
So, what's
hands
up?
like this.
What's up?
Like him,
What's up?
not like this.
What's up?
This is a porn grip. This is a rap grip.
Yeah, when you hold it like the C, it's like you're waggling it around at somebody, like you're waving it, like, "Hey, listen, you." It's like you're using it as a pointer, but when you're like,
No.
when you're using,
It's demonstrative, like I'm right here, nigga.
yeah, when you're doing this part, it's like, "What's up?"
Exactly.
I'm holding it down, but the C grip,
10 toes the fuck down.
C grip's like a weapon, or like you're trying to like you point somebody in a direction, like, "Hey, go over there." But,
Oh, want to hear a completely random and funny story that embarrasses me?
Oh, sure.
All right, so I don't fart, right? Like I just don't. Like, like I'm like every girl claims to be. Like, like I only fart like, in very secret times.
Amazing.
And like even then, I try to keep it silent. Like I'm not like a dude that enjoys his own fart, which a lot of dudes do. And like I understand that. Today, I'm at Extreme. The cameras are rolling somewhere, but I don't think they were on for this. And Gray Maynard
Mm-hmm.
is like, yo, yeah, get in the car. Let me show you something. He's like, all right, people hold on to the wrist. And so I hold on to both of his wrists. And I'm like, I wonder if he's going to show the over the top elbow. But I was like, all right, let's see what Gray does now. And Gray's like, yeah, I just did this little elbow right here to the body. And he didn't hit me hard.
Yeah.
He just put his elbow on my belly button and sank his weight down a little bit and outshot a fart, like loud as fuck. And so like I laughed right away. Jess laughed right away.
Yeah.
Casey laughed hard. Casey might have died. Like Casey was having an issue. And Gray no-sold it, like nothing happened. Now I don't know that he actually didn't notice. Like maybe we were laughing so loud and like maybe he was thinking about something and he was talking and he wasn't thinking about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But like he acted like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Like but something happened.
He's like-
And it was embarrassing as fuck.
You should have been like in that side, and that's how powerful the technique is at 5%. That's what he should.
But then I realized like the only people whose opinion I actually cared about,
Mhm.
one of them didn't notice it happened. Two of them are just laughing.
Yeah.
And the rest of these motherfuckers, as much as I respect them, can also equally go fuck themselves. Like if they were like gonna make fun of me to a level where I was mad, I would just be like, fuck you then. Like, you don't have to be friends with me.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Like, so then I was like, fire in front of everybody. Now that doesn't mean that I've shifted my policies. I'm not gonna now become a dude who wants to fart in front of you. Like, because there's that dude. Everyone has that one friend who wants to fart in front of you because he wants to make you uncomfortable and himself laugh.
That's weird.
You know that Sarah Silverman joke about Martin Luther King?
Yeah. Oh, he's a bad person.
She's like, Martin Luther King, everyone talks about the good things, but nobody talks about the bad, you know? Like, when he would be in the car with his children, he would fart in the car and roll the windows all the way up and turn the heat up. Yeah, he was that guy too. So before we go giving people a day, maybe we should think about who that man really was.
Yeah. He's a bad guy.
Mark User.
Lutheran sandwich. Come on.
It's a better bit in February. That's when it's the strongest. When everyone's Martin Luther King sensitivity is at its highest. Like that's when he's looking.
So which is
Because everyone tries to be edgy with the MLK shit and be like, oh, well, do you know that he like cheated on his fucking chick? And it's like,
yeah.
so you're telling me that an alpha male who spoke well and craved attention fucked a lot of girls? That's shocking to you? like, that's par for the course, bitch.
That's the norm.
Like, if you're standing in front of a podium, right when you're done with that, the next thing you're thinking is, which one of you is gonna suck this dick? Like that's in your mind. So like anyone that doesn't realize that about anyone that they've watched give a speech to more than 3 people is fucking naive. Like you're fucking naive to think that Martin Luther King wasn't out there slanging dick all through the South. It's a very naive thing to think.
Of course. He was out there.
So I think it's way funnier to like tell a fart joke. And it also demonstrates that you're fucking kidding.
Yeah.
You know? It's like you can have people on a pedestal as long as you fucking stab their feet and make fun of them a little bit. Otherwise, you can't trust it.
No.
That was the do
No.
So, Anthony,
Darren.
what about weird news?
Weird news. All right, let's see about the weird news. So I can show you about a girl finds an ancient a megalodon tooth on North Carolina beach, or I can show you a gorilla doing ninja stuff. Is that wouldn't say
In
I
the
wouldn't- I wouldn't
interest
call it
of
ninja.
martial arts and racism, we have to go with gorilla doing ninja stuff.
I wouldn't say it's ninja stuff. That people they call it ninja stuff, but basically this dude is like being like Mr. Burglar, breaking in and out of his captivity, and no other apes can do that but him.
And you can show this to me?
I can show this to you. I will try to show this to the people as well. We will see.
Oh, incredible.
Share screen.
Show the people.
Share screen. Here is the video. Let me go back in time.
Show the people.
Let me show the people as well.
So, which one of these niggas is a ninja?
You'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. So there's the monkey. He's just out there knocking on the glass, like, what it do? All his buddies are back there, and they're like, how do you do that shit? How do you get out there?
There was something behind his eyes though, and I know that sounds weird, but like that was the most I've ever felt weird looking at a primate before. I was like, whoa, dude, are you talking to me?
He was trying to. He was like,
Like, hey, cuz, I don't know if I'm ready for this meeting yet.
so right here, he sees this electric fence. And he's trying to figure out a way.
Can't I get through that?
Yeah. Well, he already got through it once. They don't I don't know, for every
Right, because he's on the wrong side of it.
So they're gonna show. I don't know why they didn't show that part, but like he's just trying to figure it out, and he's just like, all right, trying to figure this stuff out. Let's see, how do I get back through? And he's like, oh yeah, I remember now. He starts running. He's like, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. He said, let me see.
Nah, bro, you never understood me. I don't want you to see my tricks.
Yeah, he's like,
he runs away.
He's like, I'm gonna get through. No zap. He said, watch this. See, it can't. Nothing. Right? And then he's like figuring it out. He's still figuring it out. He's still working on it. Don't worry. He's got this. He's like, grass. I'm cool here. All right. I'm safe. Blow. I'm out. I'm free. I'm out of here. And back. He's like, oh wait.
Wow.
You can do this stuff. So basically, this is the only gorilla. And he's like, what's up? What's up, buddy? I'm trying to let you know.
No, the wildness would be if he dug a hole underneath there and was like, guys, we can go wherever we want now.
Guys.
You see who that is? That's his son.
Yeah, I know.
I don't give a fuck what belt he has.
Yeah, he's competing. They do a kids division.
I'm in the kids division.
I'm in the kids division.
All right, so this is the Megalodon tooth.
Yeah, Megalodon tooth. Some girl found it during her spring break.
Whoa.
She found
Now, is it a tooth or a fossil?
It's most likely going to be a fossil, I would imagine, but we can look and read. But I believe they say.
You know
call
what
it
conspiracy theorists are going to tell us now, right?
What that? Oh, that.
What they're
Well,
going to say.
it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah. These cunts going to be like, oh, really, bro? A fossil, bro?
Fossil.
Do you know what a fossil is?
It's just space.
I'm going to be like, oh, no, kind of not really.
It's dirt compressed.
Same as you.
Dirt compressed.
Kind of not really.
Let me get a piece of box.
But yeah, basically she found it. It's been more than 20 years old, and then she's like, she's gonna tell her class about it, but wants to keep it in a special box at home for fear that someone will break it. She's gonna keep it, and she's gonna use it for show and tell instead of like getting money off of it, paying for your college tuition, like a smart person.
A show and tell. Are we children here?
No, she's a little girl. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what it is. She's a little child. She found it.
You're like, yeah, we are children, Darren.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
This girl's like,
You cynical fuck.
yeah, she's probably like in like the 5th grade or some shit. She'll be fine.
Aw.
Yeah, it says girl. Didn't say young girl, so I assume it's a little girl. She found a sharp ass tooth. And she said, "I'm keeping it. I'm taking it home." I would have
That's gangster. The museums are gonna offer her money though, and her parents are gonna take it. So get ready to have your fucking heart broken, kid, when they come and take that tooth from your crying fucking hands. She's gonna be like, "No, it's my tooth," and her parents are gonna be like, "Look, the mortgage doesn't fucking pay itself.
They should.
Now give the tooth to the nice man."
Yeah. Here's $200,000.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. As they should. They should be like, guess what? You can get like a fake one. We'll give you a fake one. And you can. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should do a swap in the middle of the night.
Yeah, like the Tooth Fairy.
Exactly. Like the Tooth Fairy, except for way more like Ocean's 11.
Yeah. So that it'll be just as easy. All they gotta do is get that kid NyQuil before she goes to bed, and then they're good to go.
Easier.
It's way easier.
They will fuck that girl up.
Nah, I'll be fine. They just give her NyQuil.
Like what?
Just tell her it was all a bad dream.
Yeah. Put a little brandy on the gum.
Yeah.
She'll pass the fuck out. So my parents did to me. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
I didn't end up like an alcoholic or anything. Oops.
Now you're good. So you can stop when you want to.
Oops. All right. Maybe don't put the brandy on their gums. Maybe a drop under the tongue. That thing's more medical anyway. You know, like putting it on their gums is like what you do with the remnants of cocaine after you can't really make a line out of it. You just gotta smudge it on your finger. Like,
Jesus.
But I don't know anything about that either.
Amazing. He doesn't.
That was years ago, dog.
It was a long time
I just
ago
have a good memory.
in the past. When he was a
It
baby.
really was. That was when I was still doing them 52 blocks. Like, you know, that was way before jiu-jitsu.
Of course.
It was really right at the beginning of jiu-jitsu. That's when I knew the most about that move right here.
That move right there. That
Yeah.
itchy nostril. Itchy.
No, that's not the itchy nostril. That was the
Oh,
rubbing my
oh, you
finger on
rubbing.
my gum to get that. It even has a name.
It's called the teeth cleaner.
Would you like to know anything else now, Anthony? Can I give you any more new information?
No, you can't. I can give you some new information,
Yes.
like how Darren Till stole a taxi in Spain.
Okay. Now that's the headline, right?
Yeah. Well,
Darren Till steals taxi. But if me, you, and this nigga right here, if me, you, and Casey
mhm.
are at a hotel and we're lit, right? I'm fucked up. I'm having fun, but I am fucked up, right? And the cab driver gets out of the car to unload bags and put bags in the trunk.
Yeah.
And I run around this motherfucker, hop in the whip, and drive it around the corner. What happened there?
You technically stole his car.
Didn't I?
You did.
So I think that's probably the most likely thing that happened. Like, I think this dude was having a good time, did something dumb. It's not like he stole it for profit or like to aid himself in doing a crime.
Right.
Like, you don't, like, no motherfucker stole a taxi. It's the equivalent of just telling a bad joke. He told a bad joke.
I mean, I don't know how much you pay for it. I don't know how much it costs to drive a cab around the block, but it doesn't cost about like a little under $600 to pay for a taxi.
What do you mean?
It's like 360 euros for that theft of a cab. So that's like what? That's like four something.
Wait, that's what the fare read up, or
That's what it says. Theft for cab.
so that's the penalty?
That was the penalty. It was like he paid like a little over 10 grand for the damages he did to the hotel, and then he paid for that was the fines. These were just fines. These weren't, so he just got fined for it. So the cab, he did no damages to the cars. Yeah. So yeah, he just was.
That's what I'm saying.
So he did nothing.
He told a bad joke.
Yeah.
So, all right, and I want to see pictures of this motherfucking hotel room, because there's a chance that this nigga kid for being drunk and being famous at the same time, and it's not like you didn't give people room, right? But what I'm saying is, do you need to go to fucking jail if I leave my room super messy and take the car around the block right quick? I think that taxi driver just needs to be like, you know what? Fuck you guys. You owe me X.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fucking pay X because you're a real asshole. Like, you did some dumb shit, right? You pay X. Because he can always say, I could just fucking phone the fucking cops right now.
Yeah.
And then you say, look, dude, here's $100. Sorry. And you get another fucking cab. You just get another fucking cab. Like, I think that's the way that would have been handled. But that's how I would handle it if I were the cab driver. I get my shit back. It's not wrecked. No harm, no foul. But fuck you. You know? Like, that's how I would see it.
I don't know if you would handle it like that. I don't think you would. I don't think you would handle
What?
it
You
like
think
that.
I'm going to call the cops?
I think you might go violent. I mean, if you didn't know who this person was.
It's not the same. It's not the same as, look, I'm saying, look, one, I'm not prone to violence in general. It's true. How many violent acts have you seen me commit?
I've seen many attempts. Well, in reality, I've only seen one thing where I'm like, all right, if we leave, people are going to die. If we leave,
What's this?
without Darren, people are going to die. Remember the time you got your you got your Uber taken from you by another?
Oh, right. Okay, that was one time.
Yeah, that was one time.
No, that was one time. All right, so there was a time where we went to a comedy show. We had just seen, was it Joey Diaz or Bill Burr?
It was Joey Diaz.
All right, so we have just seen Joey Diaz.
Wait, was this when the dude hit you with a hard R?
No.
No.
And no, that didn't make me mad.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's right.
So we get out of the fucking show and we go toward the street where we to take Anthony and his friends, and there's an Uber to take me home, right? As I approach my Uber, I check the license plate and I see two older white people getting into my motherfucking Uber and the dude giving it the okie doke. And I'm looking at the fucking license plate and I'm like, hey, bro, you're my Uber. Like, who are they? Like, it's in this app. I see you. Like, I'm looking at you. I see the plate. And then he just acted like he didn't fucking understand me and got back in the car. And at that point, I almost killed him. Like at that point, I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna reach into this car. I'm gonna yank the car door open. I'm gonna reach in. I'm gonna grab you. And there's nothing you can do about this. Like I'm too close to you for you to do something this crazy. Like I'm gonna fucking hurt you. And then Anthony goes, hey man, well, I'll just get in our car. And as soon as like I heard another voice say something reasonable, it forced me to calm down enough not to get out. Because like that's not my default setting. My default setting is like I was raised to be a church-going black kid or a rich white boy. Those are the two influences socially that are around me, right? Like that's what I'm supposed to act like. Now I don't really act like either one of them, but culturally, those are the bases that I have the largest draw from, right? So if I get to the point of now I want to do violence, we have about a 10-second window to be like, Darren, that's a really bad idea, or like say nothing or encourage. Those are so like if you encourage, you don't necessarily accelerate it, but it's gonna go down. If you do nothing, it's going down.
Yeah.
But if you give me another step of like, hey man, like, do you know what jail is? Like,
Yeah.
I'll come off the ledge. Now, if I'm from a different culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could be the same neighborhood, but a different culture. I might react to that situation entirely motherfucking differently. Like, there might not be any talking Tyrone off that motherfucking ledge. Tyrone might have just grabbed that nigga and whooped him. You know, it would have been a wrap.
Yeah. It was.
When you suggested that we have an alternative here, Darren, like, you don't have to get a felony right now. Like, you could also
it was just,
ride back in this Uber with me.
Yeah, it was one of those scenes I saw. It was like a movie scene where it was like I could just see it like happening, where somehow the door just was unlocked, like the door got unlocked, like you grab the door handle and it opened. I could just see it happening in my mind.
It was about to happen, man.
And I was
Like, I was ready to go elbow first too, like, because I was like, all right, if I reach for this handle and he clicks, I'm not waiting. It's just gonna be elbow high, elbow through, like elbow high, elbow through, like.
And I was just like, yeah. And the worst part about it is that it's like everybody else was getting in the car, and I was the last person to get in. And I'm like, I'm looking, I see the problem. And it's still an issue. And I'm like halfway, and I'm like, wait, all right, hold on, Mr. Uber driver, hold on, everybody else. We have to go. Let's go assess the situation. I'm like, all right, come with me, guys. It's cool.
We have to prevent this felony from occurring.
I was like, all right, guys, we're just gonna squeeze in an extra person, and we're gonna go. And then we were cool, and you came over. It was cool, but it was just like I just saw everything happening where that handle was gonna get reached, it was gonna get open, and that guy was gonna get yanked out GTA style, and you were gonna leave.
Yeah, all bad. So I'm glad that we got to talk a little bit about this little parable, you know, about how wrong it is to be violent. It's wrong.
I agree.
Why don't you take dudes out of their cars? Because it's wrong.
Yeah.
Especially when you really want to. That's when it's the most wrong, because that's when you're going to go to jail like the longest, you know? Like, if you really want to yank him out the car, you might kill this motherfucker. Like, if you're just kind of mad, you might reach in the car and slap him, and that might be enough.
Whoa,
You know?
whoa. What's going on? What copyright issues is happening?
They might be mad at me in general.
Heads up, we've detected
They sent me an email about my fucking rounds that are on an unlisted link. So maybe we're just having a fight with YouTube in general. But it's not a fight that we will lose.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
Just cut audio.
You left cunts. I'm not scared of y'all. Not a little bit. Anthony?
Darren.
I don't want to be done with you.
But you have stuff to
But
do.
I must be.
You have to go. You're a busy man. You need autographs to sign. You got to go show up to
You
places.
shut your mouth. That's not true. I'm going to go put in a little bit more work and sweat a little bit. I got a little heavy. It got a little big. It got a little soft around the middle.
Oh. Somebody's been enjoying them snacky snacks.
Sneaks.
Sneaks.
It's not the snacks. And yeah, everything's fine. But I got a little large. I got thick, dog. But we are lean again.
Oh no, the
And
abs.
I'm gonna sweat a little bit more, and it's gonna be the easiest making weight of all time. Last time it was pretty easy. It was just high on misery.
Yeah.
Like, I was really pissed off, but making the weight was easy. I'm not even gonna be mad this time. I'm not gonna be mad. I just feel like I'm gonna come home, look at this motherfucker, and realize he is not from Cleveland and does not deserve to win a fight in my city. And that's that.
Yes.
Like, you're a nice guy. Take your nice ass back to Youngstown.
Yes.
Like, you don't get to just come into Cleveland where they build a stage for people from here to perform and outperform us.
Yeah.
No.
We need to turn
No.
murderer Darren.
And I'm not a visitor. You know?
Yeah.
I live here now, but I'm not a visitor. Like, Cleveland is mine. Anybody that puts on that motherfucking gi in the city,
Mm-hmm.
like, my story is a part of their story. Just the way it is. Your teacher came from my teacher, or my teacher influenced your teacher, or I was your teacher's teacher. Nigga, like their stories intersect. It's just the way it is. And so when somebody comes into our town, there should be nobody else you are rooting for at that point. Like if you're not from the Leverage Academy and you root for that cunt, like I hope I don't see you clapping for this nigga, dude. Like, he's not from there. He's not one of us.
Yes.
He's not one of us.
Darren, are you ready to be a murderer
Yeah.
again? We need you to be murdered. Do we have to take away things from you to become a murderer? We can't have you being nice and happy to people.
No, we can't have me being nice, and I'm not gonna be nice.
Okay.
I'm coming off that plane to see my friends
Mm-hmm.
and to kill everybody that ain't with us.
Yeah.
To see who's not with us.
Yes.
Like, it's easy to see.
Yes.
Like, we are a small crew. You know? What is that Nipsey line that everyone kept posting after he died? That's the funny thing, too. Like, everybody loves Nipsey Hussle now that he's no longer anyone. Now that he's not an entity on Earth.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Nipsey. Like, meanwhile, there are only a small amount of people really bumping that shit. But I have seen that meme a lot where he's talking about, like, keep that circle so small that it's a dot, you know? And there's some wisdom in there. That doesn't mean that you can't have a network that expands outside your dot, that brings you value, both to your life and to your wallet.
Coverage.
But that's not a real circle. And you can get tricked. It can become an illusion, like a glamour spell, you know?
Yeah.
Where motherfuckers look like they are with you and they are not. But I've been a witch for a long time. You can't glamour fucker. Like, can't glamour me. You can't just wave your hands over your face like you're in the craft. We're not playing that kind of magic. We're playing some long game weird shit. Some people know this weird shit for a long time, but you'll see.
Yes.
You'll see very, very soon. Now, how soon will you see? Look, I don't know when I'm teaching classes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're teaching. All right. I mean, gave people the misunderstanding that it wasn't that you weren't teaching.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know when I'm teaching classes. I know that the academy that I affiliate myself with, that my homies still hang out at, even in my absence, has operating hours.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sometimes on Sundays they also still get together, even though that's not technically a class.
Yeah.
Right? I know that if I'm in Cleveland and my homies are on the mat, there's no place I'll be besides there.
Yeah.
So I also don't expect the schedule to be adjusted because I whimsically come through town. Like, you don't have to add classes because I've added my presence. I am not anything greater than the whole. That's the whole reason that thing is surviving as it is. However, there are some things that I can shed light on and some things I like to share. And so I will do that, you know? But there's no like top guy. I'm just a guy. And I'm excited to be a guy in a guy. I'm excited for that too. I'm excited to be just a guy in my school. I think that's gonna be a really fun thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
And if people need more of me, I'll be available for that. If you're one of my students, I got you. If you're a person that's not one of the Love and Chokes crew, but you still want to hang out, come hang out. but don't come empty-handed.
Yes.
Don't come empty-handed.
Correcto.
Come with the proper things. Anthony,
Darren,
I'm already going to be late for class, but I'm
Alright.
going to go to class. So
go.
I will talk to you soon. Thanks for making this podcast happen today, even though you were inconvenienced and we had to shift things around.
That's okay.
I appreciate you as I always do. And to our audience, I fucking love you. Like each and every one of you motherfuckers. Anthony, did we get to 1,000 yet?
Yes, we're at 1,020.
Boom! 1,000.
Yes.
And that's such a small amount compared to things that are like popular. You have no idea how much it means to me that 1,000 times somebody hit that button because they wanted to listen to what we had to say. I fucking love you for that, and I will not let you down. For now, mwah. Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.